It's doing a lot of work. And you have all these other channels in your body. You have these blood vessels. Even a neuron is a channel.
This is the Wisdom of the Body podcast. This podcast explores the idea of body intelligence as the real key to learning the knowledge of life, or what we call Ayurveda in the ancient language of Sanskrit. We do that by connecting with today's creative leaders and experts who will help you listen to your body, trust your gut, and live in deeper harmony with nature. Come join me as we unlock the golden door to clear, direct perception and become very deep listeners. You can find the Wisdom of the Body podcast on Apple, Spotify, and Stitcher. You can also follow us by joining my email at heathergrzych.com or on Instagram at heathergrzych. I know you're going to love this podcast, so take a second right now to subscribe.
Okay, so go ahead and feel your body. Close your eyes. Get in your comfortable seated position. And I don't know how you like to sit when you are meditating, but I always like to sit with my back away from leaning back into something. I just like to have it free. And there are exceptions to that. So for example, if my back was really sore, I might kind of like lean back into something and let that rest a little bit. But generally, just to kind of keep the spine nice and free. Good. And then just start to feel your feet and your hands, all the periphery spaces of your body, skin, the scalp, your spine. Good. And then come into your bones and feel all your bones in your body. And then all the muscles wrapped around the bones that move the bones. And all the connective tissue that holds everything together. And all the little blood vessels that are channeling their way, bringing energy, fluids, nutrients, prana, lubrication even, different parts of the body. Intelligence, and bringing attention to the breath and just noticing the breath coming in the nostrils and notice the breath coming out of the nostrils. Just notice it and start to just deepen the breath a little bit. So just a little bit of a longer inhale and a little bit of a longer exhale. Good. A little bit of a longer inhale and a little bit of a longer exhale. And see if you can add a little bit of sound to this. So as you breathe in, just normally, and as you breathe out, give it a little bit of a sound. Almost like a little bit of a hum on the way out. And then out. So it would almost be like an ujjayi breath if you were squeezing the throat, but you're more like just stimulating the vocal cords a little bit. So it's almost like a hum on the way out. So you breathe in gently, breathe out gently. See if you can build that a little bit. Breathing in and then breathing out. So it's like a deeper hum. Good. Do that a couple more times. One more breath like that. Breathing in and then breathing out. And then see if you can just take one breath in. This time as you breathe out, do it with your mouth open. And then one more like that. Breathe in. Now settle into your body more. Settle more deeply into the body here. And just feel all the parts of your body. We scan the periphery of the body, the arms, the legs, what we call the solid parts of the body. So all the places that have meat to them in some form, or bone, or something that's solid. And feel those solid parts, but then also start to feel the little spaces between all the solid parts. And that's harder to feel sometimes. But like a space, a big space in the body is that digestive tract. So you have this like hollow space in your belly that's actually not part of you. It's a space in there. And it does its job to create space for food to come in so that your body can work on it, to process it, digest it, and assimilate it. And feel that space, the whole digestive tract, from the mouth all the way down the throat, the esophagus, into the stomach, and down from the stomach into that small intestine. And from that small intestine, the center of the belly, going all the way down to the bottom on that right side to the colon, the large intestine. You start coming up the ascending colon, and you go across the transverse colon, and you come down the descending colon, all the way down to the other end of the digestive tract, down to the rectum and the opening. Just feel that whole channel. It's really long, and it's doing a lot of work. And you have all these other channels in your body. You have these blood vessels. Even a neuron is a channel. So while you may be solid, you also have spaces inside, channels inside, and you're a collection of solid parts and channels and energy. Good. And so just notice where in your body's kind of like calling out to you today. Is there like a little spot that's like, hey, pay attention to me? Something that's calling out to you, and just go into it. So if you take your focus from being broad and make it narrow and specific, and go into that part. Find out where it is. There's a part calling you, and then if it's calling you, notice the size that it is. Like, how big of an area are we talking about that's calling you? And there's a size to it. Just kind of trace that with your vision. And then see if you can notice any kind of color that comes up when you feel this place. Any color to it. Any temperature. Does it have any temperature to it? Does it feel warm or cool? Or does it have a directional kind of energy to it? Up or down or sideways? Is there a direction? And is there some kind of texture? Do you feel some kind of texture to this thing? So where is it? What are you feeling? Is there a color, a temperature, a direction, a texture? What is it connected to? What is it connected to? And so find out if it's connected to something nearby, but keep your visualization on this one area that you're focusing on. So you're just focusing on this one area of your body that you've chosen today, that's kind of calling out to you. And then keep your focus there. Notice as you focus on it more, what happens to it. Like, if you keep your focus on it, does the feeling change in some way? So if you focus on this area a little bit longer, does the feeling change in some way? Does the temperature change? Does the texture change? Does the direction change? Good. Just keep your focus there on this one area that you are spending a little bit of time with today in your body. It could be something subtle. It could be something gross or obvious. It could be something large. It could be something small. What happens as you focus on it? What happens as you keep focusing on it? Is it telling you anything like, hey, move a different way, sit a different way, lean a different way, breathe a different way? What is this telling you? And as you keep your focus on it, hopefully you're starting to notice more about it as you hold your focus there. But we're going to come out of this and let go of the focus on this part now. Slowly and gradually. You can always come back to it later. Say, okay, see you later, my friend. And come back into that broad focus of the body. So the broad focus of the body, not just on that specific area that you were focusing on, but everywhere, all the way out to the periphery, all the tissues of the body, both the solid parts of the body and the spacious, hollow parts of the body. All the little nooks and crannies, whole body. And then as you prepare to bring your attention back into the room, just go ahead and transition out by rubbing your hands together. Rub your hands together and bring your palms over your eyes and gently open your eyes into your palms, flutter them open, and then start to press into the face, into the head a little bit, just kind of moving the fluid through and around. Anything you want to do to shake it out, cat stretch, all that.
I want to thank you for listening to this show. It brings me great pleasure to provide this content to you. I also want to let you know that I'll be making some very amazing announcements soon. And if you're not already on my email list, then I encourage you to go over to my website and subscribe to my email list so that I can keep you informed about these announcements that are going to be coming up very soon. So my website is heathergrzych.com. That's Heather, GRZYCH.com. And I look forward to getting these important announcements to you very soon and connecting. Thank you for tuning in and dropping in with us today. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. I really want to hear your feedback. To learn more about my work, visit heathergrzych.com. That's Heather, GRZYCH.com. And meet me here next time on the Wisdom of the Body.